Hello there, Andrew D. Pope. Just a short video today about character versus reputation and why knowing the difference can make the difference in terms of you and your self-confidence and feelings of authenticity. I'm going to start straight off today with a quote by a gentleman called John Wooden, who's a famous American basketball coach. Here's the quote, I'll put it up on the screen. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. John Wooden. Wise words from John Wooden there, and for me they made a huge difference when I first heard them. As John Wooden says, character is who you are. It really is who you are. It's the sum total of everything you are, everything you think, feel, do. It's what you present to the world. It's what the world sees. They make judgments based on your character. You can control your character. I'm a big fan of total ownership and controlling things, and character is one of those things you can control. Reputation, on the other hand, is something you can't control. You can influence it, for sure. You cannot control what other people think. They will make judgments, they will think about you and respond to you and understand you based on what they see of your character. And that's the difference. You can spend an awful long time trying to influence that reputation or create that reputation, but there are no guarantees. So you might be putting a lot of effort into something that makes little difference. You cannot control what other people think. I speak from experience here because I spent many years in my early life trying to control reputation, in the sense that I put up a front, I put up a facade to try and convince people I was a certain way, I was a certain type of person, and yet I wasn't. My character could not support the front I was trying to put up. It was miserable, it was depressing, it was destined for failure. I had to make changes. Luckily I did. I saw the light. I had help, as I've mentioned previously. I had to do it, of course. I sought help along the way, but I had to do it. And I started to work on character. I started to build a solid foundation that would actually start to support a decent reputation. And in fact, I had to work less on reputation. I don't work on reputation particularly anymore. I just work on character. Reputation is what it is as a result of the character. Work on what you can control. I'm going to share another quote from John Wooden. Again, I'll put this up on the screen. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. John Wooden. This is a brilliant observation, I think, and that's where I was falling down. I was slipping, that facade was slipping, and people could see right through it then and see that character underneath, which was suboptimal, let's put it that way. The difference now is because I work on character and don't particularly care about reputation, I can be authentic, I can relax, I don't have to worry about are people looking or not. I'm the same whether they are or not. Honestly, that makes a colossal difference to how you feel and how you're perceived, because you're perceived as a much more authentic, consistent individual, which has real value. Reputation flows from that. And more often than not, you'll get the reputation you actually want anyway, because it will match the character you're living, essentially, because you are your character. So there you are. I hope that's been useful today. Of the two, work on character, not reputation. One will naturally follow when you work well on the first one. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's given you some food for thought, and I will see you next time. Hello there. I am Andrew D. Pope, the original and best, except no substitute. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe. It really makes a difference to the channel. I can do a lot more work and help a lot more people with confidence. All the best to you and yours on your unique journey.